All right, boys, let's get started. Thank you to the person recording, and we're gonna get started. So there's a lot to cover here, but this is the Wim Hof Method lecture. And first of all, a lot of people asked who is Wim Hof. And I know I might be screwing up his name, but I'm gonna call him Wim. Some people say Vim, but I can't do that. Who's Wim Hof? This guy, you already know. He's some people mention him as the Iceman. He's a person who literally climbs mountains, Mount Everest, shirtless. This guy's a beast. He actually is. Mr. Colcharis, yeah. He takes below freezing marathons, took the longest ice bath for 2 hours. 2 hours. He's almost known as a superhuman, if there is any. And he has a book called The Wim Hof Method, which is, I actually didn't read it yet. I want to read it, so I recommend everyone to read it as soon as possible. But what this lecture is going to be, it's like a introduction to it, right? I'm no expert, and I actually want to learn from you guys because I know there might be a lot of people here who know a lot more than me, and I'm not here to say I'm an expert, but I do know quite a lot from researching and from actually experiencing the method myself during the past month. So I know it's not a long time. Some of you may have done this for a year, but I'm just telling you guys that initially. So Wim Hof again is a beast, and he used to be afraid of the cold. He said, and most of us are afraid of the cold. Let's put it there. But before I tell you what it is, just know this guy is not a superhuman. That's the biggest thing. Scientists, found that he's not special genetically. He's not like you could be like him, is what I'm trying to say. You could, if you really want, take 2 hour baths. Obviously, you have to, he's like 62. This guy, obviously, he's done it for his whole life. But what I'm trying to say is that don't think this guy is some superhuman. Although the media and everyone portrays him as one, he tries to say that what he has done, his level of, exposure to the cold, it's accessible by anyone. And it's not only cold. There's a couple things to this practice, but it really is amazing. And I will go over the benefits. But the way I would describe it is kind of like a short-term let me say it different, right? Like many people start meditating, but it takes them like a long time to get the results. I feel like this is almost like a shortcut to get those results. I know there's other even benefits to meditation, but this is really amazing. Like you can get results in a couple of days, if not one session. So I honestly recommend everyone, if you take one thing from this lecture, is after this lecture you actually try this yourself. That'd be really cool. If the 122 people listening to this would actually try this themselves. And I'll help you, like I'll let you go over everything. And I know it sounds very general right now, Wim Hof Method, what is this guy talking about? But yeah, like I want you guys, yeah, maybe we could do a group session, group ice bath. Let's see how this goes. But it will be cool if you all stick around, because in the end I'm gonna go over exactly how to do it. And if you know how to do it, then it's awesome. Like I'd love to hear more from you guys, because again, I said I'm no expert, but I am like a step ahead in terms of the complete absolute beginner who doesn't know anything. Also, my voice is dead. My voice doesn't sound this deep usually. I know it sounds really deep. It doesn't sound this deep. So I said this method is accessible by everyone. So that's the cool part. So what is the Wim Hof method? Let's cut to the chase. There's three parts to it that Wim Hof mentions. One, as many of you guys said, gradual exposure to cold, so ice baths, showers, which are more accessible by the everyday person. Right, you're not gonna fill your bath with like ice cubes every day. So most of us, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna take cold baths, and some have probably taken cold baths, which is awesome. Um, but this is kind of, I'll show you how this is like even deeper than that. So I said three parts. The first one I mentioned was the exposure to the cold. The second is the breathing exercises. And that's really cool. That's something you probably haven't heard about. I haven't heard about it since the method. It's not just regular breathing. And I'll go over exactly what this breathing exercise entails. Okay? And third part is the mindset. And this is important because if you are to do these two things above that I mentioned, cold exposure, breathing exercises, you need the mindset to do it. And I'll also go over that. And the final thing that I would add, and Wim Hof also mentioned this, to do meditation along with the Wim Hof method to get the absolute best benefits. He also promotes stretching. I know he has a lot of exercises on stretching, meditation, but what I propose is that after this lecture, you will add the Wim Hof method to your habit tracker. I literally have it on my habit tracker now. So every day I have to do, the cold showers, the breathing exercises before the cold showers. And yeah, I'd love to hear, while I'm talking, if anyone has, just like Riva said, if you guys have experience with this, and in terms of benefits as well, specific benefits, like I'd love to hear as I'm chatting, like how have you become better using this method? So that'd be really cool. And don't lie. I mean, just say exactly how you feel after the method. So the biggest thing is that there is no method out there that combines all three: mindset, gradual exposure to cold, and breathing exercises in the same way. So that's what makes this method unique. And combining all three is the reason it's so effective. You can't just do one of them. In the past I've done cold showers, but you can't do all of them to get the results. I think the breathing exercises are really big. Like that's something that I felt an actual positive effect in. So that's really cool. The amazing thing, as I mentioned, I think before, is that you can get the amazing effects of the Wim Hof method in just a session or a few. It's like a couple of days, or maybe even after this lecture, if we all try together, 122 of us, then you will feel something and you will come back to me and you'll be like, damn, like more, this was cool. I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. That would be really cool. And yeah, Gabriel, I'll go over that, don't worry. I'll go over exactly how to breathe. Let's let's talk about the benefits that it promotes. The benefits that Wim Hof mentions. Um, some of this I felt myself. Some of this you might relate to. So the first one is, you feel more centered. You feel alive after the cold showers, after the breathing exercises. I definitely felt this way as well. You feel like super relaxed, calm, and it is just amazing. You also feel an increase in energy throughout the day. I definitely feel this myself. I just feel like I'm more ready to crush the day after I do it. I do it in the morning. So yeah, you really feel that. The amazing thing before I continue is that, the Wim Hof method is natural. So why not try it? Why not just, it's easy, it's natural. Similarly to how meditation is natural. You don't need anything. You're not taking some pill, some magic pill. The other benefits, I'm gonna There's a lot to this, and you probably are gonna relate if you've tried it. Another one is increased willpower. You feel like you have more kind of composure over your prefrontal cortex. You're more able to make rational decisions. That's how I feel like with this. Although, I've been pretty good with discipline and willpower, I do feel like I have, yeah, Sana, we could do that. I do feel like I have increased willpower. Another thing that you guys might also feel after the cold shower, I think more, but yeah, definitely after the breathing, you feel reduced stress levels. Thank you, Riva. Thank you, Riva. That's awesome. I'm just reading what Riva said. Riva, were you just promoted to Adonis? You might have been just promoted. So, congratulations. Yeah, there was the Adonis ritual right now. So, everyone say congrats to Riva in the chat right now. He got promoted live by the boys. Congrats, bro. Yeah, there was the Adonis ritual today. Let's go, bro. Let's read what Riva said. Fixed my mental health. I would have most likely. Wow. So, Riva, when did you start this, if I may ask? You said gym performance is better, recovery times have significantly decreased, sleep is better, testosterone increase, might be placebo. You literally feel like a god after the cold. I'm not even kidding. Riva, so just when did you start this, if you can tell us? Wow, that's amazing, bro. Self-improvement is really just amazing, right? Boys, it like just stick for this lecture, it's gonna be life-changing. You see how like this method has helped Riva, and I'm sure with other self-improvement habits, but just combining with everything you have, I think it's a big one. Yeah, congrats, bro, on the promotion. So, as Riva said, improved performance at the gym. That's something that is mentioned. The method that you will feel like you can recover better. It will toughen you mentally, physically, doing the cold showers. Sleep is big, just like he said, just like Coolio just said as well. Sleep is big. You'll feel, if you do it at night as well. If you have trouble sleeping, then I suggest you do it at night as well. The biggest thing also is if you're scared of the cold, you're just scared of it. Like most people are, like you go outside on a cold day, your body literally like hates the cold. At least this is how I feel. And so taking these cold showers literally increases that, you overcome that fear. And you feel better. You can probably go outside in like a t-shirt. Not in the not in the winter, but like when it's like pretty cold, but everyone's still with the sweatshirt. I did that the other day. I was like, I'm not cold. I'm not feeling the cold. Yeah. Riva, thanks for sharing the story. And yeah, boys, we're all here for you. So thank God we're all here, on self-improvement. Damn, I'm still going over the benefits because there's so many. There were some miracle cures, which is interesting. Um, People with arthritis, people with autoimmune disease, MS patients, COPD patients, people with like really bad migraines. You might relate if you have bad migraines. Lyme disease, all these miracle cures, people have found a way to use the, Wim Hof method to naturally relieve symptoms, not completely eradicate. This is not some magical cure, but like everything else, like meditation, like everything else, combining everything together is gonna really help you. But yeah, I really think the Wim Hof method is like a superpower. Like you do this thing, you will feel really better. And not a lot of people know about it, which is crazy. It's really interesting just to get a little bit sidetracked. The other day I was at the gym in a sauna. I was like initiating some convo with the guy sitting next to me. And I found out that he knows about the Wim Hof method. This guy takes cold ice plunges in New York City. That's kind of where I'm located. And he goes to take the baths. And this guy, that's what I want to say. This guy literally is 50 years old. I would say he looks 35, 33. So that's crazy to see. And I didn't have to say it myself. He told me the reason I look this way is because I'm doing all these things. I'm taking cold showers, cold plunges. I'm doing regular sauna as well. So also sauna is very healthy for you. We're not really going to talk about it, but it is also healthy for you to go the other side, extreme heat, extreme cold. Um, so yeah, this guy is 50 years old. It looks 30, 35, which is crazy. He says he does yoga and does the Wim Hof, which is crazy. He jumps in the ocean in the winter from October to now in the US. He just jumps in the ocean in the cold, freezing water. Like, what a beast. But yeah, that was a little bit sidetrack. Um, I was just surprised that there are other people that know about this. So, right, boys, we talked about the benefits, which are amazing. Thank you, JT. Thanks for listening, man. We talked about the benefits. Now I want to talk a little bit more, in depth. So first of all, let's talk about the breathing exercises. What are they about? Before I tell you exactly what how to do it, we're going to talk about what they do on a very specific level. So what the thing with the breathing exercises is that, before we talk about the breathing exercises, we have to know that the amount of oxygen we inhale literally influences the amount of energy released into our cells. So you probably remember one thing from science, and you probably heard about mitochondria. That's the only thing I remember. Um, but the mitochondria literally is responsible for this. It does this. So again, the amount of oxygen we inhale influences the amount of energy released into our cells. So what are these breathing exercises? You consume more oxygen, basically, than you usually do in a short amount of time. So what this does in return, it produces more ATP. And I know this is getting sciencey. I don't like science either, but sorry, science boys. But what it does is it's going to supply more energy to your body. Produces more ATP, supplies more energy to your body. You're going to literally have higher energy levels right after the breathing exercise. That's just the short explanation of what happens because you're consuming more oxygen. you're gonna feel that you have more energy for quite a while. It is obviously, short term, but for quite a while after, you feel like you're ready to crush a day. And that's why I suggest you do it in the morning. It really is amazing. Add it to your morning routine after this. Another thing, same with cold showers, they both put you in a fight or flight mode. Your body hates the cold. But same with the breathing exercises. When you do them, it almost elicits some positive stress response on your body. And you do feel tingly, you feel lightheaded when you do the breathing exercises. I I don't want you to be afraid of that. You're not gonna pass out, although they do mention to be afraid of that. Not be afraid, to watch out for that. So don't do it standing up, for example. Someone said, I heard the breathing exercises make you feel unbelievably relaxed. That is true. That is true. Yoga and breathing is a good combination. It is a great combination. If you boys want, at the end, I'll tell you exactly. If you stick to the end and remind me, I'll tell you exactly the habits that I do on a daily basis. On a daily basis. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Someone asks, is it worth doing the breathing exercises and cold shower at the same time? I wouldn't advise that, although Wim Hof does it. Um, there's a risk that you can pass out. So don't do it standing. And to anyone who's asking to explain the breathing exercise, I'm gonna explain it soon. Just please, be patient. I'm gonna explain it. We didn't get to it yet. Right now, I'm just introducing it, talking about the science of it. Yeah, so don't do it standing up, especially if you're a beginner. Just do it laying down. That's what I do it. Laying down in your bed. Abood said, increase willpower, more productivity, right? Thank you for that, Abood. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Cold showers every day, bro. We're not taking rest days. What are rest days, bro? I don't know what you're talking about. What are rest days? I made a video on that. I have a YouTube channel as well, boys. Um, for the We're taking a short break. If you boys haven't checked it out, feel free to check out my YouTube channel on the right. You'll see. Just click on it and you'll see my YouTube channel, self improvement channel. We got 500 boys, 500 boys, which is crazy. Your boy Maora will be the next Hamza. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm easily sidetracked because there's so many amazing people typing, saying amazing things. So thank you for your inputs. So I mentioned how it puts you in a flight or fight mode. I'll take questions later, okay? What it does, it releases adrenaline in the short term. Same with the breathing exercise, same with the cold showers, but we're talking about the breathing exercises right now. We mentioned how it's amazing for stress, anxiety relief. But why is that, right? Let's dive deep into why is that. You're physically stressing your body during the breathing exercise. The breathing exercise is physically demanding, just so you know. It's not some meditation. Although it could seem like a meditation, it's physically demanding. You're gonna make, noises. But like breathing noises. It's very, loud, I'd say, if you're doing it correctly. Because you need to consume a lot of oxygen through your nose, is what I suggest. out through your mouth. Okay. So you're physically stressing your body, and the thing is, at the same time, you're calm, you're collected, you're laying down, you're not moving, you're not responding. So what it does, it literally teaches you to be calm in stressful times, stressful situations, and that could easily apply to your life. And that's what I think it does, right? Your body's physically stressed, but at the same time, you're calm. You know everything's fine. You're cool, collected. Although the first time I did it, I'll be honest, I was a little bit like weirded out. Like I was afraid I was gonna pass out. I'll be honest, because I've seen like on YouTube people like passing out and shit. So don't be afraid. You're not gonna pass out. Like you're gonna feel everything. You're gonna feel like tingly sensations, right? Um, in your body. So that means you're lightheaded, and that's perfectly normal during the breathing exercises. This shit is going to make you trip, man. I tripped all day. Can you talk about that more, bro? Can you elaborate? I'm interested. Yeah, he's right. Do it on an empty stomach. Do it. That's why I suggest doing it first thing in the morning. But don't be afraid because you're not gonna die from it. Nothing's gonna happen. You're not gonna faint or anything. Voice might be later if you could type it. We're just gonna move on though. So yeah, I mentioned physically stresses your body. Something interesting that it does, it makes your blood more alkaline in the short term. They literally found that doing the breathing exercises, um, you will literally feel, you won't feel like due to the oxygen levels, your blood will be literally more alkaline. And what that does, I researched that it just makes your overall pain threshold, it increases your pain threshold. So that's what makes it amazing. And it could be easily be applied to cold baths and everything in life. And that is why I would argue that Wim Hof is able to withstand the cold so well because he does the breathing exercises as well as, obviously just jumps himself, like puts himself in that cold scenario, cold situation. And yeah, I mentioned doing it first thing in the morning and then after doing a cold shower. Thank you, Riva. It is really life changing. I hope all you guys stick because it really is amazing. There is a book, and I want to read it as well. Tamro, thanks for talking about your experience. I could recommend books later. Just remind me. So here's the thing. I said to do the cold showers after. I really recommend that. Breathing exercise first, cold shower after. There's a really good app that I use to do the breathing exercises. It's called Go Deeper. Go Deeper app. It's available on the App Store and Google Play Store as well. It costs, I believe, 99 cents per month. Um, so don't like bug out and tell me you're not gonna pay 99 cents per month. You have that money, and it's a really worth it investment. So do make that investment because I think, in my opinion, it will motivate you to do it than just doing it yourself. There's an app that's guiding you to do it. I use the app and it helps track everything. How long I didn't breathe for, which is also part of the Wim Hof method, which I'll go into. And yeah, it just tells you, it counts the amount of breaths and everything. So yeah, guys, again, go deeper app. I really recommend that. So write that down, put it somewhere, and yeah, really big. Yeah, thank you, Tim. We got a lot of impatient people, but no worries. I understand. You wanna get to it. Yeah, everyone should get this app. Like, I don't understand. It's 99 cents, and there is the official Wim Hof Method app, but I believe it's like $60 a year or something crazy. I mean, it's not a lot if you it's an investment, right? But I think that app is better in my opinion. It's very simple and it'll motivate you to show up. Just like opening, Calm app, Medito app, Headspace app, than doing it alone. It's better to have someone guide you. And I use it. I literally use it. So why not? I think it's a really good recommendation. Not a lot of people I haven't really heard about it. I had to find it myself. But yeah, that's a great app. And I'll recommend another app later. Something interesting about the breathing exercises. Oh, you use it, Tim. You use it, Tim? Use it as well? That's awesome. Okay, use the Wim Hof Method app, the official app. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, go for it as well if you're listening to this. I just wanted to keep it simple. Have one app for the breathing exercises. So yeah, boys. I mentioned it's very physically demanding. But in return, what you're gonna get is that calm state. Right? You exert a lot of energy in the short term, but in return, you get to feel really calm after you do that. Um, so what happens literally after you do the exercise? It increases the ratio of O2 to CO2 in your blood. So we inhale O2, we exhale CO2. It's very measurable. They measured on Wim Hof that after doing the breathing exercises, they literally saw more O2 in the blood. And we mentioned earlier what this amount of oxygen does, right? It increases the amount of energy that we have. So that's why it's so powerful. An interesting study that you probably heard about, if you're in this, um, is that scientists injected Wim Hof with E. coli. And normally, what happens when they inject you with, E. coli, bacteria, whatever virus, um, normally you get flu-like symptoms, right? You'll feel bad, cold, flu-like symptoms. And Wim Hof was the only one who didn't have the symptoms. So it was literally measurable. And this guy produced half the amount of inflammatory proteins than others who don't do the Wim Hof method. And so, again, if you don't believe that Wim Hof is like a normal person, he's not some superhuman, then he proved it himself by saying that he was going to train other people for just a few days, like literally a few days. And they had the same response as him. They injected those people as well with E. coli, and they found that they had less symptoms than the control group who don't practice the Wim Hof method. So yeah, maybe Wim Hof actually beats COVID. Like I'm telling you, the Wim Hof is really big for your immune system. So that's what I'm trying to say here. And the amazing thing is that the results were very short term. And in self improvement, we want to delay gratification, obviously. Um, but it is delayed gratification. No one wants to take a cold shower. No one wants to do the breathing exercise. It's not like it's physically demanding, and you have a likelihood of passing out, and you feel lightheaded and tingly and weird. So that's I think the delayed gratification. In result, you're gonna get some amazing, amazing benefits. That's true, Tim. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, Huff could literally stay in the ice for 2 hours. Normally a person could stay only for 3 minutes around, and after 3 minutes, you're gonna experience a loss of sensation, hypothermia, and that will lead to death. So this guy stays in for 2 hours, and just like Tim said, they found that his body temperature stayed relatively the same, unlike a normal person who would actually, almost die of hypothermia in a few minutes. So that was the introduction to the breathing exercise. We're going to talk deeper about it later. I just wanted to talk about the science of it, and so you understand it. So what is the now he's a superhuman. I think Abud, through practice and years of practicing his method, anyone could be as him. Anyone could be like him. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's talk about the gradual exposure to cold, the other part of the Wim Hof method. So, we're all used to comfort. We're all used to warm showers. We're all used to taking the easy route. I think it's a basic human thing that we're used to comfort. And comfort is a bad thing. We know that. We know that about in self-improvement. We don't want to chase comfort. And I know all you guys listening probably don't want to chase comfort as well. So that's why people do cold showers. That's why people, do all these delayed gratification activities because we embrace discomfort, just like Dane said. So don't be like everyone else. The 99% of the population takes warm showers. You be that 1%, right? I know there's 102 of us. You be that 1%. Um, if, 99% of the population is going one way, maybe that's not always the right route. Like, think about it. If everyone's doing one thing, is that really the route that you want to choose? You have to chase discomfort. I have a quote on my wall. It says, whenever you find yourself on the majority, that was too fast. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. That's a great quote. I think it applies here, right? Most of, your family, most of the people you know in your day-to-day life, they chase comfort. They chase, you know, the easy route. Yeah, warm showers have the also benefits, but always chase discomfort. That's what we do on self-improvement. So let's talk again about the exposure to cold. It also elicits that positive stress response that we talked about with, um, the breathing exercise. Here's the thing, right? What happens when the cold water, goes on your skin? How do you guys feel? I just want to ask you. Dying. That's dying. I feel like an absolute beast alive. Nice. Warm. Okay, that's the spear. Start cursing in there. That's funny. Hmm. I feel my lungs gasping for every single molecule of oxygen. I started reciting the Quran. Nice. Lightheaded. I feel that as well, actually. And that's all of the things that you're saying right now is natural. It's, your natural human response. I think here's how I'm going to direct the next question. How do you guys feel in terms of your thoughts? Like I know you obviously set like um telling yourself in your head like fuck, this is cold, etc. But in terms of those regular day-to-day thoughts, are you still experiencing that? Are you still thinking about school, about your homework, about whatever, your work, or are you more present? Right. Yeah. That's how I feel like as well. Present, yeah. Let's go, Josh. I like the energy. Yeah, it's very normal. What I would say is that it's a really fast way to calm your amygdala monkey mind. And just like everyone says, there is no time to not be present. When you're in that response, as I said, it's almost like a flight or fight mode. You get that cold, feeling of the water. There's nothing else to think about but the cold. So you're very present in the moment. And that's a good thing. It's good to think, how cold it is. It's not a bad thing because it means you're present with the feeling. So first thing, as I said, calms your amygdala monkey mind. Let's talk about another interesting thing about these cold showers or cold exposure. People who take daily cold showers literally have more white blood cells. What does more white blood cells mean? These are the same cells that help to combat diseases. So this is why, as well, cold showers are so good for you in terms of your immune system. Yeah. Boys, if you're not convinced after this lecture, I don't know what's going to convince you. After, cold showers, even one cold shower that you take, uh, you will strengthen your cardiovascular system. So blood will flow better through your vessels. That's what the cold does. Um, so this is great for anything that you do in your day, working out, etc. So better for your cardiovascular system as well. Um, Feel good hormones pump out. So how many times do you take that cold shower? You feel like shit in the moment, right? Because it's freezing. But after you feel like really good. That's because literally dopamine increases after you take a cold shower by a significant amount. We'll talk about that in a second. But dopamine as well as other feel-good hormones, they're gonna pump out right after. So that's what the positive stress response is, right? Like your body feels shit in the moment. You're freezing, you're dying, and but as a result of doing that delayed gratification thing, you're gonna feel better. Dopamine increases, all these hormones pump out. Yeah, dopamine is not bad in terms of delayed gratification activities. So dopamine also increases after you work out, prompting you to work out again and again and again. So we'll talk about dopamine and the relationship with that as well in a sec. Because that's an interesting question. Thank you for bringing it up. Because some people might be like, wait, isn't dopamine the same thing that we're trying to stay away from with like Instagram and all these dopamine addicts? We hear it a lot about in self-improvement, right? Like dopamine bad, but it's not really the case, and we'll talk about that. Another thing that the cold exposure does is it increases your metabolic rate. what that does is increases your energy in return. So just amazing benefits overall. So you know what? Let's talk about the dopamine thing. I mentioned like 5 seconds ago. The issue that some of you might be like, wait, dopamine isn't it bad? Like TikTok dopamine, Instagram dopamine. Um, so just so you know, cold showers have the same increase in dopamine as cocaine. As cocaine, bro. That's crazy. But the difference is that there is no crash after. So what happens when you go on Instagram, right? Like doing all the instant gratification, you feel a hit of dopamine. It immediately goes back to, baseline a second later. Like it's not going to be sustained. That's the word I'm looking for. Same with cocaine, same with drugs, right? It's not sustained. They all have consequences. They all have their consequences, right? And what they found with cold showers is that they did have a sustained increase in dopamine. It took over 3 hours to come back to baseline. 3 hours. So it means, if you do it at 9 in the morning, you'll feel an increase of dopamine until 12, 1 maybe. So it really is amazing because that's a good amount of your day. You do it every day consistently. That's what could get rid of depression, anxiety symptoms. I know it sounds too good to be true, but think about it. Like your dopamine levels are going to be increased the same amount of same amount as cocaine without the negative effects. So it's very natural. Um, so that's what we aim for. We want healthy, sustained increases in dopamine. We don't want the crashes that come with drugs, instant gratification, TikTok, all these dopamine-inducing apps as well. Um, it's interesting because sex is increases your dopamine levels by 2.0 times, so two times baseline. Cocaine is 2.5, and as you may expect, cold showers are the same as cocaine, so 2.5 times above baseline. That's it. That's interesting, right? Yeah, Discord is instant gratification. Yeah, do both. Snort cocaine and take cold showers. I think that's a good combination. I'm just kidding. Yeah, whilst having cold showers equals free cocaine. Yeah. Yeah, I am saying that, one Kai, cold showers, in terms of dopamine, greater increases than sex. So what's the difference between um all these bad habits, right? The pattern that we see is that the reward comes first. Then we get the increase in dopamine, which quickly crashes. Um, as expected, the thing with delayed gratification, cold showers, the pain comes first, and then we get that sustained, healthy increase in dopamine. So, I'm sure that that helps people who are like worried about me saying dopamine is going to increase. It's a good increase. The third thing that Wim Hof mentions is the mindset, right? Promotes having, a strong positive mindset, just like Goggins. Just keep going, like anything else in life. And you know this, doing the hard work, especially when we don't feel like it, right? Like Hamza would say. So that's what I would add to the Wim Hof method. Add Hamza's quote to that. Another thing with in terms of mindset is that you should trust the method. If you're like doubting it right now, you don't believe it, then it's not going to work for you well. Like anything else, if you're against meditation, if you're saying like it's not going to work for me, then it's not going to work for you. You understand? Like that's how life works. If you don't believe in something, you're not going to be motivated to do it for the long term. But two, it's not going to work for you. Like that's how powerful our brain is. So that's kind of the mindset. I know I don't really have a lot to say about the mindset. But it just, I'll talk about the mindset that you need when taking a cold shower. What are other benefits to the cold exposure? Um, so something interesting that was said is it could help break bad habits. So this could be helpful with digital addictions. If you experience addiction to, Discord, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, porn as well, then this could help break those habits. Why? Because it literally increases your willpower. So that's in terms of bad habits, which is good. And I do feel like I have increased willpower throughout the day when I'm, you know, doing the Wim Hof method. What else did I not mention? People compare Wim Hof method to modern medicine, which is interesting. Healing other conditions, which I mentioned about before, depression, fatigue, all these things could be cured with Wim Hof. And so I really suggest you just go for it and try for it. Wim Hof is also really good for athletes, people who are weightlifting, who just need, you know, more. They need to recover. The muscles needs to recover, and so it literally helps with the recovery process, and also with other pains in your body. If you have like pain, back pain, knee pain, wherever, then it literally could help with broken bones, like aching muscles. That's what I read about, which is interesting. Heartbreak pain. No, I'm kidding. So how to do it? Let's get to this because I know a lot of people were wondering how do we do this breathing method. First of all, I said that all of it will be explained in the app if you get it as well. So that's kind of how I went with it. I will explain to you how to do it without the app. But again, go download the Go Deeper app. Um, it's on the Google Play and App Store, Apple App Store. Well, go download it. It'll explain everything, like word for word, and how to do everything. It'll count the seconds for you. You don't have to worry about that. You'll just be present with the exercise more. Or get the Wim Hof Method app, which someone recommended. I don't have it. I'm just going off of someone who recommended it. But the one I would recommend, again, someone asked, is the Go Deeper app. Search up Go Deeper. Awesome. So do the exercise before a cold shower. It helps you. I would say it helps you with the cold shower. It really does. Because of all the benefits I mentioned, increased pain tolerance, all these things. You do feel in the short term, you feel just more able to do the cold shower. So how to do it again? I recommend doing this exercise with your eyes closed. I know some people do it with their eyes open. I just like to do it with my eyes closed. Personal preference, you could experience and try both. I know the first time I did it, my eyes were open because I was like, am I gonna faint? Like, what's gonna happen? But nothing to be afraid of again. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. Um, so do it with your eyes closed. As I said, don't do it standing up. Uh, Not in a car, not anything that you could pass out potentially. You're not gonna pass out, but there is a risk, like anything else. Um, So just be comfortable laying in your bed, lying down. You could sit on a chair. I just do it lying down, just in case. That's the first step, right? Get that down, be in a safe spot. Don't do it in the shower, especially as a beginner, right? Like you don't have much experience. Don't do it in the shower. And then what the breathing method comprises of is you're gonna do 30 to 40 breaths until you start feeling light, a little bit dizzy, tingly. You'll feel like tingly in the fingers. That's how I experience. I know some people may experience it somewhere else, but do it until then. Recently I did 30, but I'm gonna turn it up because I don't feel as lightheaded and dizzy and tingly as I should be. So in that case, just turn it up as well. If you start with 30, which I recommend, see how you feel. So literally see how you feel the first time. The method really doesn't take a long time for anyone asking you. Right. So as I mentioned, 30, 40 breaths, but it's not regular breaths, right? We mentioned this before. So you're inhaling through your nose very deeply. Like it's going to be audible. It's going to be a very audible inhale. So imagine, like that, right? If you heard that, it's very like audible through your nose. Try and do that for like very deeply until you don't have any more air to take in. And then this is very important. So listen very closely because this method is not going to work if you don't get this part down. So it's very important that you breathe very deeply through your nose. And then when you exhale through your mouth, but not force, like you don't force it in a way. Right? So it's very just like very calm. So the point of that again is make sure in your head you're trying to breathe in more than out. So that's why I'm telling you not to forcibly exhale. So again, it's very important that you inhale very deep through your nose when you do this method. So just hope you get that down because I wasn't sure about it as well. And don't be afraid of that tingly feeling. You start feeling a little bit lighter. Don't be afraid of it. It's normal. That means you're doing it right. And if you're not experiencing it, it's a bad thing, I would say, because you're likely not doing it correctly. Yeah, naturally exhale and don't force it out. Exactly. So the inhale is gonna be like, and then exhale like that, like very light. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Just want to make sure you all got that because it's very important. I don't have screen share on, by the way. We're just talking, boys. One thing when you're inhaling, which is also important, not a lot of people teach you this. Wim Hof does, but when you're inhaling, I want you to start feeling the air going down from your belly, like very low belly, up to your chest and then to your head. Um, it's going to be better for the method purposes. But just to get that down so you breathe right, that's what Wim Hof suggests to do it absolutely correctly. Belly, chest, head when you inhale. So to your head and then exhale. 30 to 40 of those, right? We all got that down? Any questions? Yeah, thank you, Abood, for the note. That's perfect. Dean, I'll talk about that in a second. Don't worry. Don't exhale all the air. That's the point, right? Oh, damn, bro. That's amazing. You see, that's the crazy part about the method. You'll be able to hold your breath for a lot longer. It feels amazing, right, Tim? How would you say you feel holding for 3 minutes? Personally, I do 1 minute and a half, so that's crazy. And I got started recently. So good job. But can you tell the boys like, how it feels? Would you say that you don't feel a need to inhale, you just don't feel like you need to breathe, right? That's how I feel, at least. During. It just feels insane. It'll definitely, Lior, keep you more focused, less tired if you do it in the morning. And at night, it's suggested to do it if you want to use it to fall asleep. That's how I see it. The part when you inhale and retain the breath for 15 seconds when it feels like heaven. Yeah, I agree. That 15 seconds. And I'll touch on that right now. Thank you, Tim. So we got that down, right? 30 or 40 breaths until you feel light and tingling in your body. Inhale deeper than your exhale. On the last exhale, right, you got to 30 breaths, for example, which is what I will start with. On the last breath, what you're going to do is you're going to exhale all the way until your lungs are empty. Then, as Tim said, you're gonna what he does, he just retained it for 3 minutes, but you're starting out, you want to retain the breath for as long as you can, and naturally you're gonna feel like you can hold it for longer because of the fact that you inhaled so much oxygen. Right, so we got to 30 breaths. You exhale all the way on the last breath, so empty your lungs completely. And then we retain it for as long as we can. And the app times it for you. So you just have to open your eyes for a sec, tell the app you're done, and then it'll just start counting how long you could retain it. Don't worry, you're not going to pass out. Go Deeper app. That's what it's called, Go Deeper. As you're retaining, I'm sure Tim would tell you as well, don't think about your need to get oxygen. Literally just relax. Don't think about needing to get oxygen. That's what makes you, thinking about it is what's going to make you need it more. Just relax. It's almost like a meditation, I would argue. Especially during the retention part, right? You're retaining your breath for as long as you can. Just relax. And then when you absolutely can't hold your breath anymore, which could be a minute, it could be 2 minutes, 3, then you're going to breathe in all the way and hold for 15 seconds before you exhale. And that's 1 round. And you're suggested to do that 3 rounds, 3 times per day. Although you can do more. You could do 6, you could do 5. I personally do 3, but 3 rounds of the whole thing that I just said, you just repeat it. That's 1 round, we repeat that. So yeah, we'll definitely be bringing people up. So excited to hear other people as well. All right, boys. Tim, you do 3. Okay, that's awesome. So how to get started with the cold showers? Um, Many people asked this before, so we're gonna address it right now. So start warm, like everyone just recommended. I saw a lot of people say to start your showers warm. Do that. because they'll make it easier for you to start with cold showers. So you start warm, and then 30 seconds in, what you do is you turn it up, right? Or turn it down. Sorry, turn it down to the cold. Um, and then I would time yourself for 30 seconds initially when you're starting. 30 seconds is a good benchmark. So start warm and then, you know, or you could just literally do your regular bath. And when you're ready, just turn it down to the cold. Start with 30 seconds. And then what we're going to do is we're going to progressively overload that. Just like the gym, right? We add reps, we add sets, we add, everything. We just progressively overload in the gym. We can do the same thing with cold showers. Thank you, Monkai. That's a good recommendation, Tim. So you could take a quick warm shower. But yeah, boys, progressively overload your cold showers. So right in the gym, we have a couple ways we could progressively overload. We can add weight, we can add reps, and we can add sets. We can also make our form better. So that's all, great ways to progressively overload in the gym. We could perfect all those four, and we'll be better. We'll grow more muscle, etc. So to progressively overload with cold showers, one is obviously the time, right? You can do cold showers for longer. But two, you can also get it colder as well. So last time, it felt you did it for 30 seconds, and it felt like cold, but you could have pushed it more. So a way you can progressively overload that is make it even colder, which is great. It's obvious. I just want to mention it as well because you'd be like, "Oh, I'm taking a 10-minute cold shower," but like, is it really as cold? Like, is it like ice cold? Tim said it very right. The breathing technique in conjunction with the cold showers helps you to, increase that pain tolerance. You'll manage the cold showers better. Right, you never taken a cold shower before. Start warm, 30 seconds of cold after. And then we're going to progressively overload. I think that's straightforward. Do you guys have any questions? Yeah, I got you, Dean. Also, Enrique, don't be scared. And I'm sure the breathing exercise is going to help you to. Boys, like after I do the breathing exercise, and I'm sure many of you can attest to this, you feel like you're ready to like crush the cold shower. Like you're not afraid of it. You're like, I'm ready, bro. Like I got the energy, I got everything. So Dean asked a question before about your muscles tensing up. Right when you feel the cold water, you immediately tense up. And this is normal, but the trick is to just remain relaxed. As the water hits you, try on purpose not to tense up. I always tensed up whenever I felt the cold, but the goal is to just breathe and be present and not tense up. Easier said than done, I know, but it's very important that you not tense up. Thank you, Enrique. I heard that many times. Every lecture I go on, Some boys get into my DMs after. No, I'm kidding. I mentioned progressively overloading with cold showers. What Wim Hof recommends is to turn it up until you have 10 minutes of cold exposure. That's what he mentioned, which sounds crazy, but he says you get to this level, you will feel insane. Like there's no other way to say it. But imagine if we can all like everyone, the 65 people listening right now, we can take our 30 seconds of cold showers and progressively overload that to 10 minutes per day. Like there is no doubt that after 10 minutes you'll feel better, right? I mentioned the positive benefits. Um, Obviously there's a point where you're not gonna take a cold shower for like 2 hours, but I think 10 minutes is a really good benchmark because we also don't have uh cold shower to fair. We also don't have a lot of just free time. Most of us are busy. We don't have like 15 minutes to take a cold shower per day. So 10 minutes, obviously sounds extreme, but that could take a year. That could take 2 years. Remember, we're progressively overloading. So just like you do in the gym, last workout you did 10 reps. Today you're gonna do 11. So if we can apply that to cold showers. So you're not jumping from 0 to 10 and then like fainting and dying of hypothermia and like collapsing and you need like CPR or some shit. You're like adding a couple seconds every single day. You understand? Right. So what I recommend to progressive overload, which is another great recommendation which I have, is to get an app for it. There's an app called Cold Therapy. Yeah, my cold showers are around 7 days. I'm actually taking one right now. No. Let me search it up. Cold therapy. I got that right. Cold therapy. Cold water therapy. I'm not sure if it's also on the Google Play Store, whatever it's called, but you could search it up. I have apps because it makes it easy. You just track the amount of minutes that you do. But funny enough, I only have a home screen with like 10 apps. So you think I have a lot, but I have I actually made a video on it. Like I don't have many apps. I literally keep like, Notion, Strong App, MyFitnessPal, Headspace, just a few. Very minimalistic on that end. So yeah, and it just tracks how many minutes per, month you take cold showers, ice baths, lake baths, sea baths, like all these things. And every day you can go on it. It could time you as well. You can use the timer, or what I do is I add the time manually. So I just add like how long I showered for. I do think that you need a combination with hot showers as well, because what I know is that cold showers are not gonna, make you like they're gonna keep you dirty if you stay in cold showers and put soap. Like you need warm showers to keep you cleaner and not smelling. So a combination is good. You could quickly take a warm shower, with soap, etc., and then turn it to cold. That's what I do. Like Tim said, try to keep it to a minimum. So yeah, the app literally helps you to progressive overload because you could just write how much you did it per day. Yeah, get that app if you want. I mean, another alternative is you can just make a Notion page and track your progress every day. So, today was 1 minute, tomorrow 1:10, maybe. See how you feel. You can write maybe comments as well, like how I felt, etc. That could be cool. But up to you, you have a lot of options here. But what I'm just trying to get down and make sure you understand is that you should progressively overload until you get to 10 minutes. I think that's a really, really good goal. I'm not there. I'm definitely not there. Uh, I just got started with this a month ago. So, um, let's see what I am on. I'm not on a lot. I mean, I I took a cold shower for a minute and 20. So it's not a lot. I just got started um as well, like being serious with it and progressively overloading. I took cold showers for like a couple months, but I'll be honest, I was a pussy because I just stayed in the same range. I was like, oh, like 1 minute, 45 seconds. Now I'm just like, what if I actually make a goal to go up to 10 minutes of cold exposure, just like Wim Hof said. In the cold shower with the cold one, and the hot shower with the cold one. Yeah, that's good. That's great. I personally do it in the morning. So, the order that I do it is the breathing exercise, right? Warm shower, to actually, scrub my body, right, with soap quickly, like a quick warm shower. It doesn't have to be like 10 hours. We don't have time for that. And then afterwards, we're gonna turn it down cold. So however long you can. Start with 30 seconds, as I said, and then progressively overload. Like, boys, what if we can come back in like 6 months and like 60 of you listening are gonna be like at 5 minutes? Like, I know it sounds like a long time, but if we progressively overload, we're not gonna feel it like that it's that bad. You know what I mean? Because at the gym, right? A beginner can't do a lot of. You can't bench press a lot. You can't do a lot of deadlifts. So obviously, like 200-pound deadlift seems like a lot. But once you're already progressively overloading, you're there, you're getting stronger. It doesn't seem like a lot. I think the same could be applied here. Uh, so that could be really cool if we can all like get to 5 minutes. Maybe, boys, what if we get to like 10 minutes in August or something? Maybe one of you could remember that I said this and could tag me. I also have a YouTube channel. You could like comment in one of my videos. I remember you, bro. I'm doing 10-minute cold showers right now. That could be sick. That's my goal right now. My goal is to get to 10 minutes by August. Right now, minute 20. Because I was a pussy. But now I'm like progressively overloading. Awesome, Tim. Yeah, boys. It's not. I know it sounds like daunting to take the cold showers, but do it. Push your limits. See what you can because your body could do a lot more than you think. That's the biggest thing that we can get from this lecture. Your body could do a lot more than you think. If you push it, you will get those positive effects. I'm really excited about this 10-minute goal to get to it. I'm sure, just like Wim Hof said, like you get to that level, you're gonna feel insane. You go, like, winters would be easy for you. I don't know where you live in the world. It could be cold now, but here where I am in the United States, it is getting warmer. So here it is, in fact, almost summer. But I think by next winter, we all could be, more prepared. Because, like myself, I hate the cold. Like anyone listening, there are not a lot of people who enjoy the cold, unless you're Wim Hof. But I think if we prepare ourselves mentally and physically with the cold showers, breathing exercises, we will be not afraid of the cold. Winter will be easier. I know people just, hate the winter sometimes, like depressing, etc. What if you look at the winter in a positive sense? I want to do that because I'll be honest, most of my life I haven't. I'll be honest. I know some people live in the winter, year round, which is amazing. You're probably used to it. You're not like me. You're not a pussy like me. That's awesome, Tim. Yeah, he's taking on the challenge. And in June, you'll let us know. That's awesome. Yeah, boys, we should all take that 10-minute challenge. I think that's a great goal. Vark, it was snowing last week. So yeah, you will be, used to the cold better. It'll be more manageable, which I'm excited about because my body literally feels like disgust with the cold whenever it's like snowing, and I'm like with 10 layers. Boy, the next winter I'm going out with like a t-shirt at this rate. So push your limits. I think that covers pretty much a bunch. Do you have any questions, boys? There's a fucking ice cream truck outside. I don't know if you can hear it. I hope you can hear it. There's some ice cream truck trying to get like young kids to buy ice cream. Fucking ice cream truck. Yeah, we'll get people on the stage, Tim. I'll get you as well. Don't worry. Um, what if I put ice cream on my body? You know what? Let us know. Let us know how that goes. Yeah, we're doing questions now. There is nothing else to cover in terms of material questions, and then we're gonna bring people to stage. Asta, can you elaborate? Winter will be fun, boys. Do you have a boyfriend more? I have a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. Josh is actually my boyfriend. It's good to do it at night, yeah. Yeah, sorry boys, I'm taking. I know. Thank you, Nara. Yeah, that'd be no need to edit it. But whenever you can, just DM me. Yeah, you can friend request me because I have DMs off, and then I'll accept it, and then we could DM. Yeah, boys, you have a lot of motivation now. I'm sorry, boys. I know. I get that every lecture. Like, are you taking? Maor. My name is Maor, by the way. But no worries. I know that's my username. Watch a picture fit video. I won't worry about that. I mean, the Wim Hof method literally mentions that you'll be able to recover better, thus, improve better physically. Like, don't worry about that study. I take cold showers in the morning, before my workout. I'd love to talk about, the my what's it called? Daily routine in a sec. Yeah, thank you boys for subscribing. Um, my voice sounds deeper right now than normal because I'm dying. My throat is dying. Medito type voice. You like when it's deeper? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Say no homo right now. I got socks on, so it's fine. Yeah, thank you boys for subscribing. I have a YouTube channel. I post self-improvement content. I'm trying to be the next Hamza. I'm not even capping. So Feel free to, if you like my voice, if you like the value that I gave you, feel free to check me out. Subscribe if you want. I'm not gonna force you to. I don't want to be like those YouTubers. Subscribe, hit the notification button. But yeah, I'm at like 500, I think, the last time I checked. And I'm trying to get to 10,000 by September. That's kind of my goal. Thank you, boys. Yeah, I'm really trying. Oh, pro is still trying. DM me. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, what I'm trying to say about YouTube. I'm sorry I'm a little bit off topic, but I know we're just chatting now. What I was trying to say about YouTube is, yeah, I'm very serious about it and very serious about helping others and providing value. And hopefully could get to 10K, which I'm excited about. Yeah, you go over my daily habits. I'd love to. All right, boys. Let's do it. Thank you, boys, for checking me out. But, we're gonna go over the habits now, and let's see. So I'm gonna look over my routine. So wake up in the morning. Wait, let me actually open it up, the timetable. Someone asked before, how do you get so consistent in your daily routine, right, Pasta? Forgot to answer you. The answer to that is to get a timetable and try to follow it as best as you can. Yeah, do it, bro. Do it, Dean. I have a porn lecture as well. If you're interested in, if any of you have, current porn addictions. Thank you, Zelensky guy, for the notes. All right, so my routine consists of waking up in the morning. Wait, I'm sorry. My computer is bugging. Link to the porn lecture should be in my bio. I have a YouTube channel. It's one of the ones I did last month. And now you're into homo. I don't teach how to do it. I'm sorry, bro. Cannot do that. The porn lecture already happened. The recording should be in my YouTube channel. Yeah, Nair, I feel that. I feel that, Nair. All right, wake up in the morning. First thing I do is, listen up, boys. This is gonna be big. So let's not be sidetracked for a second. Just 1 second. I want you to be focused. So first thing in the morning, you wake up. Gratitude. So what I do is in the bed before I get up, I think of 10 things I'm grateful for. Right? Because we all kind of start our day with negativity and we don't even know it. We start the day waking up and we're like, shit, another day, or shit, I gotta do this or do that. What if you wake up in the morning with gratitude? So that's a really good change. You could do a gratitude journal. You can write as well. That's something I do after. But the first thing I do is wake up and think in my head, 10 things I'm grateful for, and not write it yet. That's another thing I do as well. So that's awesome. You could do gratitude journaling instead of that. But what if you wake up every morning with positivity? I think that's really big. I know it sounds cliche, but most of us admit it. Most of us wake up in the morning like, shit, another day. It shouldn't be that way though, And I gotta go to school. I gotta do this. Wake up with gratitude. Do your bed. Make your bed immediately. That's the second thing I do. Third thing is hygiene. Take care of your hygiene, boys. I have a video on that as well. On my channel. Then I do the Wim Hof breathing exercises. Afterwards, do the cold shower. Do my facial routine. I have a video on that. coming up soon. Wake up at 7:30 uh, and go to sleep around 9:30 to 10:30. So lots of time in bed to make sure I actually get that sleep. So I found that actually prioritizing sleep and waking up a little bit earlier, although it's not like 6 or 5, I'm more productive. So it's a personal preference, right? Some people wake up earlier, but they might be lacking on sleep because they can't go to sleep early. So up to you, right? There's no right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. But the best thing is that you make sure you have 9 hours of sleep. That's the biggest thing. Yeah. That's why, whenever people are like, oh, I wake up at like 3, I wake up at 4 in the morning. Like, it's cool, but are you really getting enough sleep? Like, are you 9 hours in bed, 9.5? Most of you might not be. So it's cool to like that's what I'm not about like, I love to flex about my 4:30 wake up time than my daily routine, but like most people that do that don't actually get enough sleep. So you need 8 hours of sleep, 9 hours in bed, minimum, maybe even 9:30. I have almost 10, so sometimes. Sleep is probably the most important habit in self-improvement, I'd say. I know that all these things are overlooked, like sleep. We talk about Wim Hof, we talk about cold showers, but if you do everything, you do meditation, etc., you're not going to get the benefit without sleep. So do work on your sleep. This is a reminder. I have a video on that as well. This is a reminder to work on your sleep, boys, because most of us um neglect it. And I'm also sometimes guilty of it as well. I'm not perfect, but I try my best as well. So we said cold shower, do my facial routine after the cold shower. What else? Let's read it. I do a mental checkup in the morning, so I go on Notion and I write, how I'm feeling in the morning mentally. So that's a big habit. Afterwards, I review my plans for the day, make sure it's all scheduled in, everything. Afterwards, yoga. After that, meditation. I'm not saying the time, but I'm just saying the order of things. Then I work out, then sauna. After my workout, there's a sauna at the gym. Saunas are also really great for you know muscle recovery. So I do that as well. Combine heat with cold. There's a difference at the gym. At my gym, we have two of them. Uh, I'm not sure. I'm not an expert, so I don't exactly know the difference in terms of the health benefits. I'm sure you can read on that. But I'll be honest, the reason I do the sauna is because the steam room has been broken in my gym for the last couple of months. But it just feels good. So the next thing is that we have the gratitude journaling that I do. I write. I have an ebook on it as well. What I do in terms of my gratitude routine. That should be on all my videos. You could check that out. And then I deep journal as well if I need about whatever topic that I want. Uh, and then let's see what I do after. In terms of habits, reading, visualizations, and then eating over 3,000 calories. That's in terms of habits. Otherwise, my day is full with other things. But yeah, sorry to keep you up, Tim. We're gonna get you up on the stage. That's the habits that I do. All right. Let's see. Tim, can you request to speak, please, bro? Awesome. How are you, brother?
Hey, yo, yo, yo. You guys can hear me?
Yeah, how are you, man?
All right, man. Yeah, I'm doing great right now. Yeah, no, I was gonna go and pick up some lunch. I just wanted to explain just part of the breathing exercise. I don't know if you already mentioned it already or not, but
Hmm.
see, it's the rate of the breathing, like
Mm.
pace you want to do. So I don't know if you mentioned it already. I might have been doing my breath work already, but it's
Hmm.
uh like what I do. It's like breathing normally, but just deeper, So it's almost like a hyperventilation method.
Hmm.
It, I don't mean like you could do the like not like that because yeah, then you might actually pass out. But no, what I do is just a nice deep breath, let it go instantly. And the more you do this, the reason why I do that 30 to 40 times is because like you said, that's going to build that tingly feeling, that feeling of like you're high, you know.
Hmm.
So I don't know if you already mentioned that to the chat already, but that's you want to do it at that rate when you start because that's how you get that amount of oxygen within you
Mm.
for that quickly. That's all I wanted to say. I didn't mean to interrupt your habits or whatnot, but yeah, no, thanks for adding me on and letting me speak on the stage real quick.
No, bro, you're awesome. I'd love to hear more for you. I know you have to go, right? So I won't hold you if you have to go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in a rush, so if there's anything else you want to ask me real quick, yeah,
Yeah, bro.
I'll be down to answer.
Awesome. I mean, first of all, thank you for, mentioning those. It's very helpful to everyone. Second, what would you say the biggest tip for someone listening who wants to get started and they're a little bit, what's the word? A little bit uh overthinking, should I do this? I'm scared maybe of the cold showers, of the breathing exercise. What would you say to them, to someone like that listening?
So the cold showers and the breathing routine and all the scares that could happen, or the potential, downsides, like possibly passing out. That's it shouldn't happen. If it does, then that sucks. Just as long as you're in a safe area, whether you're sitting down, crisscross or laying down, just as long as you're not driving or you're in a body of water for the breathing exercise, you'll be okay. Passing
Mm.
out's a low probability, but it does happen. Don't fear that so much. It is a like I understand the fear and the risk of it, but I've been doing this for consistently for at least 2 weeks and I haven't experienced that once. So don't be so scared of that. And for the cold showers or even the ice baths, whatever you guys do, that's not going to kill you. You're going to be fine. As a matter of fact, you're going to feel fucking amazing after.
Hmm.
And it's a shitty feeling at first. It's like, oh shit, I'm in the cold shower. Fucking, you have that you know, you kind of have that shocking feeling. It's gonna be fine. Your brain when you're starting out, your brain's gonna say, all right, get out, get out, get out. But the sooner you convince yourself that, oh, this is fine, this is gonna strengthen me,
Hmm.
then the better. That's how you're gonna get to, love the cold showers and be in uncomfortable situations for a long time. And that breathing is supposed to help you cope with that pain. Like I was saying earlier in the chat, it's supposed to help you build a better relationship with that pain so you can endure more of it.
I see, Tim.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
One more question, bro, before you go, because you're very
Yeah.
knowledgeable, obviously. What would you say were, I know you mentioned already, but just so we can hear it, benefits, because you said you did it for 2 weeks. First of all, you can hold your breath for around 3 minutes, which is crazy. But what are some benefits that you feel?
I mean, I just did the fucking sorry for my language. Not bad habit. I just did the breathing exercise maybe 35, 40 minutes ago.
Hmm.
And I mean, as well, it's a beautiful day here where I'm at, and I'm so, right now I'm smiling, I'm feeling great. We're headed, and yeah, I just feel like I could do whatever I want right now. I feel like the world's my playground.
Damn. That's how I feel. I'll be completely honest. Like you feel
Yeah.
like you're ready to crush the day, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. And I was a little it's almost 12 o'clock where I'm at right now, so
Hmm.
I did it a little late. I did the ice bath first, but went out of order. But yeah, still, no matter what time you do it, preferably in the morning, but no matter what time you do it, you feel the same benefits.
Hmm.
And yeah, best time to do it's in the morning for sure.
Damn, bro. So are you ready? Are you gonna be consistent with this for like months, if not like for most of your life, you feel like?
Most of my life, oh, definitely. I don't ever want to like stop doing this or forget, lose this habit because I discovered the Wim Hof method around 2020, and I've experimented. Well, I started doing cold showers
Hmm.
around 2020 and incorporated the Wim Hof method like here and there, but never really consistently. And I
Hmm.
just started doing it consistently at least 2 weeks ago, and I feel freaking yeah. I feel like I'm on top of the world, and I could do yeah, where I could do anything, and I don't that's something that I definitely want to grow into more and push myself to see what I'm able to accomplish physically and mentally. Because I feel like this method, I mean, it says in your title, tap deeper into your human potential.
Hmm.
That's exactly the method to do so, in my opinion. And I think everyone who's listening right now is gaining a lot of value out of this. And really, all you have to do is, what I would do as well, kind of sidetracking, is I would go off the app even if you spend $5.99 for 1 month and then you go off, you don't do the app anymore, and then you just do your own thing. That's in my opinion because that's going to give you a lot of guidance on like actually doing it.
Hmm.
So that's what I would recommend is do the app, pay the $5.99 for 1 month, and you can cancel it after if you think you got it all down. But yeah, it provides a lot of value, and that's what I'm using currently. So yeah.
I see. All right, bro, that's very inspirational. I know a lot of people listening to this right now were probably inspired by what you said. The app, guys, is called the Tim Hof app, right? Oh, the Wim Hof app, I believe.
The Tim Hof
The
app.
Tim.
I appreciate it, brother. Yeah. No, but the Wim Hof method. Yeah, you could get it off the App Store. I think whatever device you got.
All right, you're gonna be the next Tim Hof, man. I already see it.
The Tim Hof. It's just
Thank you, man.
trademark that. I swear to God, I have like 10 different nicknames. But yeah, man.
Awesome, man.
Uh,
Thank you, man, for coming on. Appreciate it.
yeah, for sure, man. If anyone has questions about Wim Hof method or anything, just yeah, you could shoot me a DM or something.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate
All
it.
right, man. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my lunch and Mauer, right? Is that how
Yeah,
you
Maor.
Mauer?
Yep,
A Maor. All right.
Maor.
The
You said it well.
all right. Yeah, you too, man. Good talking to you and good talking to everybody else. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you, Tim. You as well. Bye bye.
Bye.
Awesome, boys. Tim is an absolute legend. Can we get some Adonises for Tim? Let's go. Let's go. Sorry, I meant Tim Hoff. You're all gonna become um you're all gonna have the Hoff last name and after you do this. So let's go, Tim. I'm taking loyal to me. Yep. Damn, boys. The Moorhof. Yeah, don't worry. I'm also gonna be Moorhof soon. All right, boys. So that's a wrap up. We don't have anything else to say. I don't have a lot else to say, but I hope you found a lot of value in this lecture. If you take one thing from this lecture, it's to do this method right after. Uh, yeah, bro. I have tried another app actually. The I keep forgetting. I have like short-term memory. Go Deeper app, but Tim Hoff, Tim Hoff right here suggested to use the Wim Hof app. It's more expensive, but he mentioned that it has a lot of value. So you have two apps to choose from. My recommendation is the Go Deeper, and his is the Wim Hof. There's no right or wrong, but you can just check the two. Mm, maybe your lecture could be at the sauna. It might be. Okay, Josh, let's answer Josh's question. No, it's not for free. Josh asked, "Are there any tips on how to get to the gym? Another good habits. I fell off the bandwagon after seeking instant gratification." Hmm. All right, bro. I think the biggest mindset that you need whenever you fall off your self-improvement habits or in general, back to instant gratification, is the mindset of just showing up and doing the bare minimum. Because we can't expect ourselves to go from 0 to 100, right? You've been slacking off. It's happens, it happens. We all have our downs and highs. But for you, Josh, you said you've been, a little bit playing video games, etc. Just do the bare minimum. Maybe show up to the gym and do a couple exercises. Do 5-minute meditation, like a 1-minute cold shower. Doesn't have to be big, but I think that will give you momentum. It's easier said than done, but just show up and do the bare minimum. And even doing a minute of meditation, you could check it off your habit tracker. You'll feel better after. Uh, I really think the Wim Hof method can help you a lot in terms of, just being more disciplined and having more willpower to come back to what you actually need to do. But just doing everything, meditation, working out, gratitude, reading, visualizing your success. You can even visualize yourself not slacking off. That's a really good one. Visualize yourself not like saying no to video games. Like visualize yourself going to the gym. That's really big. No one talks about that. Like visualizing yourself doing delayed gratification habits. That's what I mean. So that could be really cool. Doing all the good habits was just showing up. That's the mindset that I would give anyone struggling with self-improvement and, slacking off. Because what's that's gonna do? It's gonna ensure that tomorrow you'll be better. Because it's not easy to go from 0 to 100, like I said. So adopt the show up mindset. Just show up mindset. And yeah, better every day, exactly. That's the issue, right? That when we fall for self improvement, when we go back to bad habits, we think that we need to be back in the same kind of sense that we were, or same routine that we did in the past, which is not true. You fell, down a rabbit hole. Now you're there. You need to slowly make your way up. You can't just expect to be in the same kind of place they were in the past. So yeah, better every day, like you said, and I hope that helps. We'll get a few questions in, and then I got a dip. But what else, boys? Any more questions, boys? Thank you, Enrique. More can I send you? I'm good, brother. I appreciate it though. Should I take cold showers before or after? I suggest before. Contrast showers, I don't really have a lot of knowledge about. I heard about it. I suggest just stick to the Wim Hof. Just do it, just cold after maybe a little bit warm water. But yeah, boys, I'm gonna wrap up because it's almost 2 hours now. Because this could go on forever. But I appreciate you guys sticking around. Uh, but yeah, boys, if you found value in this, check out my self-improvement channel as well. I really appreciate if you support me. I'm a very small self-improvement YouTuber. Just trying to make it. Bad boys, thank you for listening. Again, if you take one thing from this is, holy shit, man. Legend. If you take one thing from this, I'd say just do this right after the lecture, right? The point of lectures or anything that you view online, like consuming content, right, is to actually take action. Otherwise, I think it's a waste. Otherwise, you feel like you're just jerking yourself off. Um, and that's kind of what I'm trying to not do with my YouTube channel. I hope to, give more actionable advice that people can actually apply in terms of just, giving you feel good content. But, that's the biggest thing. So if you take one thing again, is the second I close this lecture, yeah, you can subscribe to me. That's awesome. But I want you to actually practice the method. Get the Go Deeper app, which I recommend, which is not just 99 cents per month, which I know you have. So don't go like bugging on me, telling me you don't have $1 per month. uh, and yeah, just go practice it. You don't have to do anything. Like the app will just tell you everything. And then hit the ice bath. Go do like a cold shower and record the amount of time you do. If you never done it before, do 30 seconds and then slowly progressive overload. And hopefully, boys, maybe by August we can all be in like the 5 to 10 minute range. That'd be really cool. Thank you for thank you Nerdwater for recording. And yeah, I'll DM you for the lecture. It will be posted on my channel. So thank you, boys. Go take that piece of actionable advice, and I'll see you boys next time. Thank you.